Hey guys, today we're talking about trailers, in particularly our little trailer. Anyone can make one. Box trailer, we just closed it in with the checker plate up top, couple of big hinges, locking down devices all around it. There was our platform, there was our base. Lifted up. Inside we made two aluminium channels where we could slide the drawers. The drawers initially were made with nylon sliders underneath, but I ended up changing them to mechanical sliders, bearing sliders, which has its good points and its bad points. Its good points, you could pull the drawers right out without them tipping up, whereas with the nylon ones, where the drawer came out, you had to have a stopper on top, so as the drawer wouldn't go past the stopper and the drawer would literally drop. Whereas with the mechanical, it would come right out. But the mechanical, when we got them full of dust, Birdsville, and then a bit of inox, just turned them to mud. They were that grindy, I had to totally service them when I got home. Near the end of the trip, they were nearly unusable. They were just locking up so bad. The nylon ones, bit of silicone spray on the floor. Floor was marine ply, slides beautifully, but again, you've just got that stable thing, but less mechanics. We run the Weber barbecue and a wok burner for the cooking at the back. Weber barbecue, everyone knows what a Weber does, it's a barbecue. But the beautiful thing is we use it also as a hot box. Like when you're cooking breakfast and stuff on your one pan, you can't do it all at once. And if you put it off to the side and it gets all cold and then that's hot, nah. We run the trays and we use the Weber as a hot box. So as when you cook something, put it in, keep it hot, and then serve up. It's all hot at once. Works really well. We mounted two 4 kg gas cylinder holders on the back. Works so well, because when you put your appliances up on top, just connect them straight in, each individual. You don't have to worry about T-pieces, you don't have to worry about anything else. They're self-sufficient, they work so well. We only have 3/4 of the lid that opens, back portion doesn't, because we wanted a stable, strong platform that we knew was going to be for cooking. We also wanted that lid so damn strong that we could throw a car on top if we wanted to. So we got some really heavy angle iron, and it went from edge to edge of the trailer and actually sat across the edge. When it opened, it sat on the edge of the trailer, so it was running off of this steel, but all the rest was aluminium, nice and light. We ran the gas struts to assist with the lifting. On top, we put a couple of aluminium channels that were the same width as our tables that we put on top. Also happened to be the same width as two of our grey tubs side by side, and we run 4 of those on top for all the firewood. Ratchet strap them down and to really strong points which were off the angle iron underneath. Everything runs off that core structure of the angle iron underneath. There's your strength while keeping the weight down, because the rest of it isn't sheet steel or anything. It is the checker plate aluminium. What is in your trays as you drag them out, we run tubs in them as well. One tub's got food in it, one tub's got cooking gear in it, one tub's got all your hardware stuff in it, like your camp ovens and pots and pans and all that sort of stuff. The other one's got cutlery and everything in it. Everything has its place. And then also there's a tub right up in the back there. It's got stuff that you don't use a hell of a lot of times, all the time. You know, your insect repellents and excess wipings, cleaning gear and stuff like that that you don't use all the time, but nevertheless when you haven't got it you go, shit, you know, where is it? There, it's always in there. That way when you hook on, leave on a Friday afternoon, you haven't forgotten anything. It's always all there. All you've done is you've filled the food tub and away you go. You're just straight out the door. What else do we have there? Everything's lockable. That way when you do have to pull up in a foreign town or something like that, you just throw, if someone wants to get into anything, they're going to get into something, full stop anyway. But it's a deterrent. It slows them down. We can put 2 3x3 shade houses on top as well. They bring the whole setup together. There is your shelter. They make a room. You unhook the trailer, turn it around. You have the 3x3 in the middle, and you have a room. It just works really, really well. We put back legs on also. You can get those for about $80 on eBay for the pair. Well, they're called caravan stabilizing legs, I think they are. We just welded them on, so as when the trailer wasn't attached to the 4B, it would be solid as. You just pull the handle and they drop down, it locks back into place. We have a drill, we just throw on with the 19mm nut socket that goes onto the nut, drops a leg and takes up the tension, rock solid with your jockey wheel at the front. So you've got the jockey wheel and your 2 stabilizer legs at the back. It's not going nowhere. You can do a song and dance on the top of the damn thing if you want to. Dust proof? Well, no, not really, but we're in some really hectic dust out there. Waterproof, yes. Yeah, definitely. No water gets into this thing. It's really good. We've also got we've carpeted also inside the pull-out drawers just to give it some more traction, all the tubs and everything that were in there, but you don't need to do stuff like that. A front storage compartment, excellent. We put fuel in there. We put the Weber in there. Excess sleeping. It all depends what your camp setup is too. You just fill that front storage bit up there, holds everything you need. We also put in a battery that powers the core lighting setup in it. So the trailer itself has a small battery that runs all the power. On the side of the back of the trailer, we also have a tap fitting that we can run from our 4B, which has a pump and that runs from a reticulating water setup from jerry can on the side of our fridge pod that we slide in. And it just hooks on, and then you've got water from a tap also. All the mod, it's just all really basic sort of stuff. Doesn't cost hardly anything, but the end result is you've got a trailer that works really well. It is easy, the setups are easy, and it just functions so well, and it's cheap. This is the thing, you don't have to spend $15,000 to $50,000. Yeah, they have its place. Angled front on it, kind of looks like a coffin or such. But that is a blessing in disguise because there's no wind resistance. The wind comes around the 4B, hits that, and you don't even know you're towing this trailer. It's absolutely amazing. But normal box trailer, not a problem. You're going to get a little bit of wind resistance there, but hey, you've got all the bonuses of having the trailer. Like we want to throw in a water tank under the floor in it, so, and with a little pump, so as we've got our own onboard water and more water that we can take with. Also a spare wheel under the front. We fitted a spare wheel in there because sure as hell when you don't have a spare wheel, something's gonna happen and you're gonna have one. We got one set up for our Birdsville trip, never needed it luckily. But sure as hell, if we didn't have it, we would have bloody needed it. Everything works really well with these trailers. A lot of people have been asking about how do you put one of these things together? Just be creative, find out what you want, how you want it. You won't get it right the first time because you don't really know how you want it because it's something new, but it evolves and you end up with a really tidy little unit that works really well. Doesn't cost an arm and a leg either. Okay, 3x3 shade houses / marquees. Bring it, tie it all together, but in a lot of cases you don't need it as well. As we pulled up Ninda Gully pub and all these Nakundra Hotel and everything. We just pulled up and we didn't even unhook, but the trailer was still totally useful as it sat. There was no need for propping up anything else because it was just an overnighter. It was a quick get in there and away we go, get out, but still had all the mod cons. It took about, honestly, 2 minutes to set up the burner on the back and pull out the drawers, and there's your coffee cups and everything's there. It's all, and this is what it's all about. It's about the ease of your setup. It's good to be different also, and these trailers, they're functional, they work really great, they're really cool. Suspension wise, it's not going to jump around like a madman and destroy everything that's in the back, like glass bottles of spices and everything that happened to us when we went out to Carnarvon. We had our heavy springs on, shook the shit out of everything that was inside because the trailer was just bouncing from side to side because there was no weight there. It was really light. Lighter springs, ours are slipper springs, and they just, now it just sits in behind the Forby, doesn't move, just nice and smooth. Then you get to play with it, and then you get to change it, and then you get to mould it to how you want it. Okay, talk to you soon, guys.